How do I grow my business?
Whoa. Mm,
Because that's
that's
going to lead into the other level downs, right?
yeah.
How
Wow.
do I grow my business?
A lot of room for that one. A lot of room. Okay. You want to go first? You know,
Yeah, one matter of fact, interestingly enough, I have this resource because I like to read and gain new
oh, okay.
information. And, you know, we talk about inflections. Inflections are just really changes in the situation, right? And so, how do you grow your business? You have to know what you're selling. What are you selling? I think we covered this in the last episode. What are you selling? Who are you selling to? The what, the why, and how. Then how are you going to sell it? Where are they hanging out? So that's surface level, right? Um, Front facing. But in growing your business, ideally, you want to work on the business. Most of us have to work in the business, but there has to be a level of compartmentalization which will allow you to work on your business, right? So I'm just going to read some key points here that I have, right? Um, to work on your business, and this also alludes back into one of the other questions that was submitted in the chat that someone had another question about. But ensure direct connection between the leaders and the people at the edge of your company. Now, how do you ensure the connection? Well, you want to get people to buy in. You want to have people buy in. You want to keep people um, regulated to your vision and the mission of the organization. And how do you do that? By understanding what levels of training, what level of support, what levels of, I should say, comfortability that they have in communicating what they see, right? It's a team effort. It's a team effort for a company to grow. You can't build a company by yourself. You have to have a team of supporters. You have to have a team of employees and staff and management that is going to continuously push the vision and the mission forward. So that's the foundational approach to growing a business is that you can't do it by yourself. Initially to
Mhm,
start, but you
mhm.
cannot do it by yourself, right? Leverage diverse perspectives. Sometimes we get so caught in our own perspectives that we don't leverage the perspective of others, whether it's directly or indirectly, right?
Mhm.
Use a deliberate decision making process for high risk and irreversible decisions that have enormous implications for your business, right?
Mhm.
Um, Create small educational um, bets, right? So everyone in the organization can participate. This encourages more creativity and innovation, right? And build helps to build leadership because that's as the owner of a business, as the leader of the business, that is a part of the role is continuous leadership and continuous improvement of yourself and amongst others.
Got it.
Um, right? I got two more other points, three more. To have direct exposure to the environment to get to know the customers and to get to know how the customers feel about your business. Wow, is that something that we talk about a lot, and we keep refining that because people don't know what they don't know. They go off of emotion. They go off of what someone told them. They go off of what the media is saying. They call us. They're dealing with some tax questions in their business, and it relates over to operational. It relates over to something other than. But the initial question is why they called, right?
Mhm.
Um, Create incentives that reveal accurate information about your business. Okay. Oh, this one is key. We talk about this one a lot because because we say information, all information is good information, is how you use it, right? So do not turn a blind eye to any negative information that may impact your organization.
Mm, that's serious. That's yeah. So all right, yeah, because I think I got blipped out like Thanos snapped or something, and I disappeared for a minute. So this was
Yeah, you
coming
did.
from.
This this is coming from my informational book,
Oh,
right? Some key points that I jotted down as I was reading this information and in relation to growing the business.
okay.
Right. I'm not sure where you dropped off at, but I think the
Well, I could
second.
hear you. I heard the points,
Oh,
but
okay, got you,
I couldn't
got you,
respond. It was like the blip. I was like, yo,
got
what,
you.
I don't know what happened over here. Like for real. So
And then the
um
last one is ensure you expose yourself and your organization to where the future is unfolding. Foresight.
mm, okay. Very good points. Excellent points. So I have some comments about the
Shoot.
points. Well, not necessarily about the points. I think one thing in answering this question is those are steps, those are things to do to grow the business. The question is, what does that look like on a daily basis? Because I think the entrepreneur's challenge or the business owner's challenge is how do I do this? I mean, because our first goal, our first mission is surviving for the most
Make
part.
some generate revenue.
Yeah. When we like, how do I survive? And then we get these great insights from books and or podcasts or what have you that tell you need to do more is essentially what we're saying. We're not saying it, but we're saying, yeah, there's more that you need to do, more than just showing up for the day's activity and going through the sales and going through that. There's more you have to do. It's homework. Essentially, it's homework. Because that stuff is everything we talked about there is some of it's habitual, like building a habit. And then some of it is just not like, like if you're a retailer, you have your day, you open, you do all this. So now I have to sit down and actually, when I get a negative criticism, I have to have the wherewithal to not snap because you're in the mix. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you do all those things, man? How do you carve out time? And that's kind of foreshadowing where I'm going. Like, I think a thing about growing your business is you have to schedule these soft skills just as much as you schedule everything else. Your ordering, which should be your financial oversight, which we all know how that goes. Um, your marketing, your operation. Um, I call it on my folder I have is strategic planning. So um, you could call it whatever you want to call it. It's strategy, whatever, but it's not operations. It's another function. It's a business function. Um, we talk about the different functions of business, but I think that, and it is in there. I think Gerber has it in there, but they're easily overlooked, and I think people overlook just going on what you just mentioned, how important it is to do that. How important. One thing I say is really important to think about where you're headed. So it's like when you take a trip, you get ready, everybody's hyped, go get in the car. Why? Because you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking about the destination. You're not thinking about the tolls. You're not thinking about the traffic in Maryland. I mean, if you happen to be going north, I mean, it's like, but you're thinking about getting there. You think about, so your voice, you're thinking about there. You thinking about destination. Ah, that's easy not to do when you run in a business.